why at all this entire creation came into existence, why God created this universe. Swami says, I separated myself from myself to love myself. So what was the cause? Love. Why did it come? Because there was a desire in that supreme principle, that supreme unitary principle in total inertia, and a desire that I want to love myself. And with that desire came in this entire multiplicity. So the formula of creation is God plus desire equal to man or creation. So how do you go back to God? How do you realize that you are actually God? Same formula has to be reversed. Man minus desire equal to God. That is the secret to moksha. Moha kshayam is moksham. When the desire is removed from our life, we will eventually be able to go back to divinity. If the rice grain is sown back into the soil with the husk, it germinates. But if the husk is removed, it does not germinate. Similarly, if we die with a whole loads of desires, then we will be born again, because all those desires had to be fulfilled. But if we do all these activities as a means to make our spiritual progress, whether through karma, through bhakti, through jnana, whatever path we want to take, if we do that for that particular end objective, then there is not going to be any need to come back. The question will be, why all this pain? Why all this suffering? If everything is ultimately going back to divinity, then why do we have to go through all this? The sun creates the cloud, which ultimately obstructs the cloud. The water creates the moss, which ultimately obstructs the transparency of water. The eye creates the cataract, which blocks the vision of the eye itself. The burning embers create ash, which obstruct the light of those embers. Similarly, divinity itself creates this multiplicity. So what needs to be done? These things need to be blown away. The wind blows the clouds away. The wind blows the ash away from the embers. The wind blows the moss away from the waters. And thus, you go back to your original state. Similarly, sadhana help us to remove these illusions and enable us to understand that God is neither distant nor distinct from us. So I had given a very nice another formula. What was the formula? 3 minus 1 equals to 1. In the worldly arithmetic, 3 minus 1 equals to 2. Correct? But in the spiritual arithmetic, 3 minus 1 equals to 1. How? You have a mirror, you have the individual, and you have the reflection of the individual in the mirror. So there are three entities: you, the mirror, and your reflection in the mirror. Right? Three entities. Now, remove the mirror. How many are left? Only one. Because when the mirror is gone, so along with that goes the reflection of the individual in the mirror. That one original person looking in the mirror is divinity or God. The mirror is nature, illusion or prakriti. And that reflection of God in that is the individual identities of all of us. Because of the nature or prakriti, we all have a separate identity. The moment this illusion goes away, what remains is God alone. Similarly, when we realize that all of this is external to us, it is not our true nature, we are ultimately able to realize and reflect on that fact that we truly are God. That's what Ramana Maharishi, the great sage of India, he attained Samadhi in 1950 in Tiruvannamalai, in Tamil Nadu. He always used to say, ask yourself this question, who am I? Whenever you are having a problem, ask yourself, who is having a problem? Next question, who is that who is suffering? Next question, who is that who has gone through all those problems? When we ask these questions 4-5 times, we ultimately realize that all of these things are external to us. They are not connected with us. We are the ones who are actually witnessing it. You are not the one who is the doer. You are the witness. When you see all of this with the feeling of being the witness, then you will not associate yourself with it. When you are walking and your shadow is going over thorns and flowers and muck and heat, scorching heat, etc., do you feel the pain? No. Why? Because you know that you are not the shadow. The shadow is external to you. The shadow is going through thorns. The shadow is going through the muck. The shadow is going through the petals. You are just witnessing the shadow going through all this. Similarly, with sadhana and spiritual progress, when we are able to see the body as an object, as external to us, as a shadow of the true divinity, as we saw in the mirror example, then we know that all the problems of the body have to be gone through because of karma. But we are not that body. We are residing in that body. We are to use this body for our spiritual progress. So let us not associate ourselves with all of this. That is the essence of God is not distant or distinct from us.